Because discipline is at the heart of who you are. No matter how educated you are, no matter how rich you are, if you do not have the gift of discipline, then you are a danger to society. Today, I am asking you, young men and women, be disciplined that you may be a good global citizen. The world is looking for young men who are humble. Humility is the mother's milk of greatness. If you see any man or any woman who, because they have gone to school or because they have wealth, are arrogant and shun humility, they are a danger to themselves and danger to society. Today I'm encouraging you young men who are here, embrace the gift of humility. The directors of education that you listen to here, they are men and women that we are celebrating because there is something between their ears. And when there is something between your ears, you don't have to tell us. You open your mouth and we know that there is something useful between your ears. Today, therefore, we come here not to make many lengthy speeches. We come here to remind ourselves and to remind the young men and women that there is a future, that the world is looking for new young men. And what are the new young men that the world is looking for? The world is looking for new young men who are disciplined. Because discipline is at the heart of who you are. No matter how educated you are, no matter how rich you are, if you do not have the gift of discipline, then you are a danger to society. Today, I am asking.
The reason why older people in political power continue to behave the way they do is because power in Africa gives you access to everything. It gives you access to wealth, which you don't have to work for. It gives you access to power, which makes you a demigod. It makes you think that you are larger than life, almost as large as death. It makes you do everything and anything you want, and you begin to forget your past. You begin to forget that you are once young. You begin to forget that you need energy in order to serve. The reason
Get ready, people of Nimba County. It is time to honor our father, our hero, the late Senator Prince Yarmein Johnson. The United Nimba Citizens Council, UNICO, invites you to join us on an unforgettable event as we celebrate the life and legacy of Nimba's Zodwamo. This virtual event will bring together prominent Nimba personalities from around the world, including the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Yarwin, and the Burial Committee, headed by Ambassador Judy Andy, UNICO President Samuel G. And we can't forget the great sons and daughters of the county who will also be in attendance. Mark your calendars for Friday, January 10, 2025, from 5 p.m. Eastern Time to midnight. Join us on Zoom Live as we remember and honor our beloved senator. Remember, the occasion will be live streamed from various venues, including the home of the fallen senator in Painesville, selected locations in the US, Australia, Canada, Senegal, and other parts of the world. There will be live performances from the Yarwin, Samson and Dixon, Morris King, and a host of other musicians from Nimba and Liberia. Let's come together and celebrate the remarkable life of Senator Prince Yarwin Johnson. Unico, bringing Nimba community together, even in these unprecedented times. We stand. See you there.
The constitution is meant to clean our INO, and there are a lot of people that will be employed there. In there, you get over thousands of people working there. And those people, they're from Liberia. And those people, they have family at the back. So one person, you work here and you have like 10 person that you're sponsoring. Just start checking how many person that will benefit from that concentrator.
In the name of Jesus, I decree and declare this week, by the power that raised Christ from the dead, everything that has not been working, everything that represents a disappointment, I stand upon this grace and I decree and declare, may it begin to work in your life. Where you need to live and go to, may nothing stop you. In the name of Jesus Christ. The same way, when you left your home, there were many roads, but you knew the exact road to follow to get to this place. Every confusion around your life, may God show you the exact thing to do now. In the name of Jesus. For all of you who are here, when you got to the gate did not close against you. Therefore I declare, every gate that has closed against you, I open it now. In the name of Jesus Christ. Every spiritual,
we should focus on our Liberian people. We spending, and we have to spend a lot of time, effort, resources on training. We are assisting the university.
We're trying to produce the next man, the next generation. So our hope is to sustain the Liberian democracy, whether it's in engineering, whether it's in agriculture, whether it's in science.
So I chose to come back home, but I decided to train more young people so that the issue of qualification for taking job will be abolished.
You can't be economically viable if you don't have the education that's needed. This institution, it is strategically located between Ivory Coast, Guinea, and Liberia. So that benefit can even go beyond Liberia.
EML, it is the highest taxpayer in this country now, which we can call the backbone of the Liberian economy.
And with AML being in partnership with this organization, we hope to do more. There's a bright future for this country in a developing world like Liberia. So I think it's a good thing to be here, to be able to be a part of that change.
We should focus on our Liberian.
All right. Well, my name is Chineti Aton. I'm a Liberian. I work with ArcelorMittal and I'm an ADT operator. I started as FMS driver first. They don't own a broad ADT. They started training on. Now I'm an ADT operator. I feel good. I feel good driving ADT truck. But before driving a truck, my first time operating a truck, it was very difficult because you know, immediately see the machine head like this, you know, the fear into me. But then I saw other people operating it. Why the person operating it? Why can't I operate it? So, and then I drove fear away. Talk to myself. You can do it. Once other people are doing it, you can do it. And then I started operating the machine. Today, I am operator. I feel good operating it because all I can do it, so I can do it.
Get ready, people of Nimba County. It is time to honor our father, our hero, the late Senator Prince Yarwin Johnson. The United Nimba Citizens Council, UNICO, invites you to join us on an unforgettable event as we celebrate the life and legacy of Nimba's Zodwamo. This virtual event will bring together prominent Nimba personalities from around the world, including the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Yarmein, and the Burial Committee headed by Ambassador Judy Andy, UNICO President Samuel G. And we can't forget the great sons and daughters of the county who will also be in attendance. Mark your calendars for Friday, January 10, 2025 from 5 p.m. Eastern Time to midnight. Join us on Zoom Live as we remember and honor our beloved senator. Remember, the occasion will be live streamed from various venues, including the home of the fallen senator in Painesville, selected locations in the US, Australia, Canada, Senegal, and other parts of the world. There will be live performances from the Yellowwave Men, Samson and Dixon, Morris King, and a host of other musicians from Nimba and Liberia. Let's come together and celebrate the remarkable life of Senator Prince Yarwin Johnson. UNICO, bringing Nimba community together, even in these unprecedented times. We stand. See you there.
Okay, so what a pleasant way to say good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon, whatever you tune in from. Happy New Year to all of us. This is the January edition, January 8th edition of The Truth of the Matter. I want to say good evening to the management staff of Voice of Yarmein in Yekepa, Nimba County. Good evening to the people of Saclepea who are listening to Radio Saclepea by means of this platform. Sorry, I'm under the weather, and we want to be grateful to God that all of us remain alive. Those who are alive, and we are alive by His grace for us to be here today. For those who lost their family and friends and relatives and loved ones, we want to say our deepest condolences. And others too who are sick and at the hospital and tune in to our Radio Saclepea, Voice of Tappita, and all of that. We want to say thank you for all that you continue to do for your community. God is going to heal you in your situation. So I want to say thank you. Thank you to you all. Tonight is a trending event that we're going to be talking about across our community. Remember, this is 2025, and it should be a year of moving forward. It should be a year of prosperity. It should be a year of undertaking a lot of very important events. And we want to say thank you to all of you in 2025, 2024, who continue to remain here with us, even with our challenges. Why is this woman doing? Let me take a quick musical break. Yeah, let me take a quick musical break. Somebody's calling me. Let me just take this quick.
The reason why older people in political power continue to behave the way they do is because power in Africa gives you access to everything. It gives you access to wealth, which you don't have to work for. It gives you access to power, which makes you a demigod. It makes you think that you are larger than life, almost as large as death. It makes you do everything and anything you want, and you begin to forget your past. You begin to forget.
Okay, you begin to forget your past, and that is why many people like government job and all of that. But we want to say welcome. Good evening to the people of District Number 9. You might be there in Bidoru. You might be there in Blilong. You might be there in Zela. You might be there in Mehnsonnoh. or you might be also in Do. Good evening to you all, including the representative Zé Wongbe, and all of our local leaders, our health workers, our motorcyclists, the business community, the Christian, the Muslims, and we have some there in District Number 9, the educators and students, including those who are pairing the Kinon and Ferry in Bingala, in Sending, and Boytain, Lintoin, wherever you find yourself, I want to say good evening and happy new year. I was saying earlier on, thank you to you all for standing with Nimba D9 TV and the Truth of the Matter team for making sure that we reach this far. Your participation, your collaboration, your feedback continue to make us to be who we are, and which is why we are the first among all in Nimba County. We want to say thank you. Too many things happening in our country. We'll just flip through some of them, and we're going to open up the lines for you. We will be joined by Debatose from the United States of America, one of the funders and organizers who will be talking about the upcoming event with Senator Johnson funeral arrangement, beginning with musical festival and raising funds to help and all of that. So I want to say thank you. Our sympathy to the people of Nimba for the loss of Senator Johnson. Next week, funeral activities will commence, and it's going to be a whole round of issues. So share this live video with somebody in your reach. Do not keep the information to yourself. The best you can do while you on here, the Patrick David, is to hit the share button and share this live video with somebody. Patrick, thank you for joining us from all the way there in Gardnersville Town Hall community. But hit the share button, share this live video with somebody in your reach. Then in that way, we reach a lot of people around the world. Senior Darlington, Liemi Pay is closely following us on Guotain in Mehnsonnoh Administrative District. Elijah S. Rowland is following us from Guotain as well. He said, the media analyst. Thank you, Elijah S. Rowland from Guotain, Mehnsonnoh. You have joined us. Guakalon to play is also our senior sports reporter. The guy is refreshing himself, getting ready for the county sports meet. I want to say thank you. So thank you to you all who have joined us here. Obadiah Tokpa is, can I say, the man who whenever he sings for the Nimba County team, the team can win. They should hire this guy. From Australia, he has joined us here from Newcastle, Australia. Obadiah Tokpa, the man who all were winning from his music. And Roosevelt Innovative Davis is following us. And Alpha Siawe said he's watching us from Columbus, Ohio. Rufus Bob Dolly said this broadcast is live on radio, Voice of Yarwin, Mehnsonnoh. Want to say thanks to you all. Fred Yubert said this broadcast is relay on Radio Larwheyii. So of course, we are beaming across Nimba and beyond. Obadiah said the victory man. Obadiah Tukpa is the victory man. Yes, so tonight we will be discussing few things. As you may be aware, the electricity is going across Nimba, especially in Yekepa. But our information is the wires and transformer and all of those things that they are putting in place in Lamco Yekepa, criminals have started stealing them. That is a report we got today from our reporter in Yekepa. That criminals have started to loot, to steal the electrical materials that are meant for giving current in the homes of people who are living in Yekepa. This should be condemned by all of our citizens, and you should report people who doing same to the police. Remember, the police is not going to be everywhere at all times. Citizen policing is very important, which is why we need, as citizens, to protect every developmental activity, including lives. There are people who are allegedly killing people, calling themselves Yarmein, killing motorcyclists for their motorbikes. And I want to say thank you to Guacalon, to Incredible Uriah Gua. This broadcast is live now on Radio Saclepea as well. So I want to say welcome to all of you who have tuned in. This is the January 2025 first edition of The Truth of the Matter. We took some break to do some rebranding, and we are back and back to stay because of you. My name is Ambassador Edmond Wulakemongbawi. I'm under the weather, so I want to say sorry for the poor quality of my voice. But let us know how well you getting us. So we were just discussing that criminals are now stealing the materials, the electrical materials that are meant to connect homes. This is unfortunate. This must stop. This is not what we should always be doing as citizens. When the electricity is in Yekepa, it's going to boom the economy. First of all, Saclepea is there. And now with the electricity going there, it's going to be an added advantage. If you go to steal, then it's wrong. It should be condemned. We are urging you to share this live video with somebody in your reach. Don't keep this information to yourself. And we are calling on everybody, every citizen, to report whoever that does that terrible thing in stealing things that belong to the community, things that belong in improving the lives of the citizens. That person is not somebody to look for, but just to report them. So I want to say thank you. Thank you to you all. And it could not just be just in Yekepa alone. Wherever you see people want to steal government property, people want to steal other people's properties, and kind of like we can do it because the government are doing this, the government are doing that. All those things, those who doing them, we should report them. So we want to say thank you. Madison Dolo, we are on. All you need to do, Madison, is to just click on this link here, and we'll be live on the station. I mean, we are live on Nimba D9 TV. This is not new to you in that part of Liberia. So again, we want to say thank you to all of you who have joined this broadcast. We appreciate each of you for always tuning in, but kindly share this broadcast. So let's take some trending events from Ganta. As you may be aware, my Rose, who normally sell GB in Ganta, son committed suicide in their home in Ganta yesterday. We are still looking forward to getting the full details of why he took away his life. A lot of things happening in our country. Why should somebody take away their life by committing suicide? Is it drug? Is it frustration? It's just something that we cannot understand. Yes, Uriah Gua, we clearly acknowledge that you are live. And let me take a quick musical break. Let me take a quick break. So we are here, and this is something that we all need to sensitize our citizens, our friends. When you probably hear a friend saying, I'm not feeling good, I'm going to do this, report it soon. I want to believe maybe that boy who hanged himself and committed suicide in his parents' home may have said something to one or two persons, but probably they took that out of joke. Things are going wrong in our country. Things are going terribly wrong in our communities. And we hope and pray that each of us can be our brother's keeper. We hope and pray that each of us can be there to create awareness that probably taking the life of yourself or somebody is wrong. It's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. We need to desist from that. We need to desist from that. The issue of drug in our community is getting alarming to the extent that kids as young as 16, 15, 12 are getting involved into drug. And we all know, some of us may know the hideouts, those who are involved with these different activities. It's good we report them. It's good we report them. Because if we don't do so, we are equally endangering the lives of others. It doesn't matter that person is not just your direct relative or friend, but the life you save through these different interventions could just be a life that is going to be there for you or for someone else. It is sad in our country. This is something that we need to seriously, very, very seriously, give tips, hard out information, sensitive information to the DEA and all of that. And that the government should also be able to empower the DEA. We are also concerned, how far has the issue of this drug test gone? Oh my God. How far has it gone? Let's take a break quickly.
The reason why older people in political power continue to behave the way they do is because power in Africa gives you access to everything. It gives you access to wealth, which you don't have to work for. It gives you access to power, which makes you a demigod. It makes you think that you are larger than life, almost as large as death. It makes you do everything and anything you want, and you begin to forget your past. You begin to forget that you are once young. You begin to forget that you need energy in order to serve.
Get ready, people of Nimba County. It is time to honor our father, our hero, the late Senator Prince Yarwin Johnson. The United Nimba Citizens Council, UNICO, invites you to join us on an unforgettable event as we celebrate the life and legacy of Nimba's Zodwamo. This virtual event will bring together prominent Nimba personalities from around the world, including the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Yarmein, and the Burial Committee, headed by Ambassador Judy Andy, UNICO President Samuel G. And we can't forget the great sons and daughters of the county who will also be in attendance. Mark your calendars for Friday, January 10, 2025, from 5 p.m. Eastern Time to midnight. Join us on Zoom Live as we remember and honor our beloved senator. Remember, the occasion will be live streamed from various venues, including the home of the fallen senator in Painesville, selected locations in the US, Australia, Canada, Senegal, and other parts of the world. There will be live performances from the Yellow Man, Samson and Dixon, Morris King, and a host of other musicians from Nimba and Liberia. Let's come together and celebrate the remarkable life of Senator Prince Yarwin Johnson. UNICO, bringing Nimba community together, even in these unprecedented times. We stand. See you there.
Okay, so welcome back to the truth of the matter. And like we said, we are about to open up the lands. We're just trying to set the pace of why is it that President Joseph Boakai and the Vice President Yarmein, they have done that drug tax. Why is it that others are not doing the drug tax? What is about it? Where do we stand? Because if those who supposed to do the drug test are not doing it, then it's sad. Like yesterday, I was on the motorcycle and a young gentleman was riding me and he saw one of the DA officers on another motorbike. He said, "See that one? You're coming from King Grey from smoking and you're going to go arrest people." And I was shocked. And I was very, very shocked. So this is something that we all should condemn because it's destroying our country. Drug is destroying our country. Every corner you go in Liberia, you will see the issue of drug. Fidesco K. Wongbe said, "Rest well, Father." He's talking about Senator Johnson. Thank you. Jema Kona said, "Good evening. I'm following you people from Saclepea, God Dodin community behind Tuesday Market." Thank you. Bobby Davis said he's following us from Saclepea. Many thanks for the information tonight and keep it up. Thank you so much. And thanks to all of you who continue to tune in. But it's sad. It's sad. A few weeks ago, we all woke up to the issue of the fire incident at the Capitol building. A sad situation. And there are some reports that are coming up from there. Today, the police had held a joint security press conference. And in that, we understand that the police and the joint security has confirmed that the fire incident at the Capitol building was an arson attack. According to police RG, which is the Inspector General Gregory Coleman, there are sufficient evidence to prove that the fire was an arson, meaning somebody carried something there to burn the place. An arson is the intentional and illegal act of setting fire to property. We have identified people of interests, and those people have been contacted. And if they fail to come forward, we will have them arrested. The press conference was jointly conducted by the LMP and Fire Service. And we want to say We pray that the police will be able to bring the perpetrators to book, and that investigation will be public as they have started it. We hope and pray, because waking up in the morning and seeing the country capital's building on fire, it is sad. Victor Biawon want to say thanks for relaying this show at Radio Larwheyii, and thanks to you all. So it is sad. It is extremely sad for our country. But too many things happening. Too many things happening. People are afraid to walk alone in their communities and going on the farm. Their fingers have been pointed at some people who are allegedly involved with killing people, though there are no proofs yet. So just too many things. How can we expect our community, our country to develop when we are flooding the internet with so much negatives and things that are terrible? Which of the investors who want to come here to bring job when you can burn your capital building? Which of the investor will want to come here to go deep in the middle of the forest when there are Yarmein business and people killing people? And you expect for investors to come, right? And give you job, right? Do you think the government alone can provide jobs for everybody? It's not possible. It's not possible. That is why we want to tell the host communities of Saclepea, thank you. Thank you so very much for protecting and collaborating with Saclepea and the management team. The reason is very, very simple. A lot of people will continue to come to pull into Nimba because Saclepea is there. Even if there are some issues where issues can never finish, but they are working with the citizens, sending people to school outside of Liberia, empowering people, working with the communities, providing support for sports, relocation of the G. Derry Harley Hospital in Senegal to Zekepa. Zekepa is soon going to be a really bustling city. The road works from Ganta to Yekepa and onward. It has now reached to Senegal. See how beautiful Senegal streets are becoming with all the photos that are trending on Facebook. So just imagine if that road would have not been there or constructed by Saclepea in collaboration with the government of Liberia. Would that beautification be done? Arlington McLean want to say thanks. My man, you got to get ready and come take over this show, man. Yes. The truth of the matter, it belongs to all of us. Let's keep sharing this live video with somebody. Today is going to be your time that we all will hear from you. If you want all your American tax, go to Atlanta station, yeah? So tonight we'll open up the lines to hear from you. How the Yarmein business, for example, in your community. How, for example, the issue of drug in your community. Teenage pregnancy. Just imagine, young people are getting so annoying to the stage that they even go to play football game and they will go and carry a gun on the field and start shooting one another. Where are we headed? A joyous occasion turned bloody the other day during the festive season in Voipa. Almost cut off Miwase Mane's hand. The other brother too was also almost mobbed. What are we doing these things? How do you expect foreign nationals to come in this country to invest and give you jobs when we are not disciplined? This is sad. This is the first day of the year. We've come here tonight to speak to our conscience, to speak to our emotions, that we are headed for trouble with such a behavior. Every little thing, you not take knife, you not take scissors, you not take cutlass for somebody to kill them. Killing has become so common, and to the extent that when they're killing somebody, people stand by and look. Few days ago, what about a week? It was alleged that two gentlemen jacked a girl handbag, which is wrong, at the 72nd Boulevard. And motorcyclists chased them. I mean, they were running with the bag, allegedly, and they hit a vehicle and they dropped. And they woke up and wanted to escape. And those guys were killed like real animals, broad day, as the police stood by, because they could not attempt to get involved with that. First of all, they were not properly empowered with a lot of different equipments to disperse the crowd. They killed that. They killed those gentlemen. One of them was killed. He wanted to escape. They hit him with rat. They left killing him and bust his head. Broad daylight, and it was all on the internet. Which investor? Where? Broad day in the capital city of Liberia. Who's going to see these things and come to develop your country? We got to rethink, Liberians, fellow citizens. We got to rethink to the extent that when we even see people steal things, they steal somebody's phone, very expensive phone, they bring it to you and sell it cheap, and then you become big boy, big girl. You're encouraging those criminals as well. Uriah Gwa said, great. The show is cleared on Radio Saclepea. I want to say thank you. So you are just tuned in. This is the truth of the matter, the first edition of 2025. Many of you have made your resolution, your plans of what you want to do in 2025. (2024), God allow you to survive to see 2025. Did He do that for you to be an embarrassment to the community? Everything is going helter-skelter. There's no rule of law. It's becoming like the animal's kingdom, where the strongest shall survive. Could this be a country that we want to be? Is this what our forefathers look forward to in seeing if they were waking up today to come? Is this what they will want to see? Is this the Liberia they will want to see? This is extremely sad. This is extremely sad. We need to do all that we can and protect our country. We need to do all that we can and make sure that we say no to these activities that are hampering the growth and development of Liberia. It is concerning. Right here in Monrovia, people are doing that, killing one another every day, somewhere, some way, somehow. Somebody is being killed, abused, raped, stealing. It's just on the rampage. We got to stand tall for this. How can our country and community develop when we continue to do this to ourselves? So I want to say welcome to you all. And now we're going to declare the lines open. You can tell us, how is the issue of drug in your community? And how well do you trust the securities as well in discharging their activities as state securities, and those different things. So we about to just get a lance on here activated, and you can call us down on 0778 070604, or you can call us now on 088 111 0803, and on WhatsApp you can call us on +231 778 070604. The numbers are pinned on the screen right here, and you can participate on the show here tonight. Tell us about your community. Grace Christ, I'm following you from Morovia Rehab, Copper Farm. Thank you, Grace Custom. Happy New Year. And I know where you are now. All of you are going to be locking your doors because you're afraid of the criminals. People are just all around, cutting people windows in the night, stealing people phones. People don't sleep well. This is sad. This is sad. This is sad. How can our country develop when we are not disciplined as citizens, when we don't respect the rule of law? You see any government thing, you want to damage it and burn it, and you don't care. This is sad. This is not what we look forward to. Let's take a musical break. And last year, Saclepea was able to intervene in the fire incident in Bikano. So Saclepea continues to show up to be a friend to the community, especially that construction era. Let's take an excerpt of this, but that was in December of last year. But let's see how they intervened and how citizens got it.
We are still here on the scene as Saclepea, the fire service truck just came. We got a bus of fire service truck filled. So as Saclepea, fire service truck came. So what happened here? We're still here. Saclepea, we're still here making sure the church that came from the concession yard of Saclepea, and they are trying to do their best here, to see our best. So they are about to take the side to see our best. They can see what happened here. So we're trying to find our way. Saclepea just brought a fire service truck. They got a Grand Battle Country fire service truck. It's still inactive. So Saclepea Liberia fire service truck just arriving, and see the guys are doing their work a very great one. You see how best they can do everything possible. So they are here making sure you get their gadgets set before doing their best. And before that, let's show you the area. The people have been already the dust. So Saclepea Liberia came to help him. Saclepea Liberia came to help him. Came to help him.
We want to say many thanks to the team of Saclepea in collaboration with the National
4 minutes after 7, we're still here. Many thanks to Saclepea Liberia. Many thanks to Saclepea Liberia.
Thanks to Saclepea for being collaborative with the Liberia National Police in Grand Basso County. So let me align that the fire service of Grand Basso County fails to demolish fire here.
We are still here on the scene.
So that was exactly how Saclepea immediately cut off the fire in Bikano, the fire that was destroying a lot of property. Let's take our first caller here tonight. Uh, good evening, caller. Let me put it yet. 1 second. 1 second. Just hold the line. Good evening. Okay, fine. Thank you. And happy New Year. And your name and where have you joined us from? Okay, and where is that community? Oh, that means Saclepea? Okay, Tappita. Okay, go ahead, sir.
There's the people came from America and came to recruit and train soldiers and here to recruit soldiers. They made an example in this country. People they can take you to become a soldier at that time to shopping to go for the training. They can go do your background investigations. Whether your attitude from your father house is in place to ask your parents unknown to you, or the community unknown to you. The record of completely will make them to employ you, and some sort of way will make them not to be employed. The security in Liberia, I don't think we'll get special way to really employ and look at human being and say, yes, let employ this, let recruit this man to become a soldier. Because soldier or even police, that the real citizen is there to guard the country. If the TMX go and in drugs, then when you go and go to the place that people smoking drugs, you will ever arrested them, you will give them advice that they must be mindful. Because it will not be him, but other people against the drugs on the border with them to arrest them. So that's about us. We only say who want because soldier can, who want because police can, but you don't know what kind of child or who made that raised you to come from, or which area you grew up. Whether you grew up underneath the bridge, or you grew up where nobody knows. They just take you and put you there because you can rap fine and talk fine, but they don't know your inner part. So this is the problem we're facing here. You see that the building of capital building does not have nothing to do with anybody. They can't talk. They only go there and discuss about their issues. If they will deal with one another, then they deal with one another in their mouth and speak go to one another. But what the building has done to somebody, then the build up there, they are not moved to somebody's yard.
But
even
that is what
the desire to go and renovate that place, they will not be for them to go in before.
Yeah, but you know that is why the Liberian National Police has not said they have sufficient evidence. They have contacted people of interest, and if they don't come, they will be arrested. And we're looking forward to that. But just before we take leave of you, because others will have to call in tonight, before the AFL and even the securities right now were being recruited after the war during Mana Ellen Johnson's time, I think those who came to train them, they did some funding on most of them I can record. So, but as it stands that Liberia is in the sustainability phase now, what do you think? What do you suggest to the national government in terms of recruitment of security apparatus before we take leave of you?
Okay, thank you very much. You know, the men who born a child know a child attitude. Go to those various communities, even if I love my son, but the people that live close around us, they know my son attitude. That's the only way we will get the correct people. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling and Happy New Year.
And thanks to you.
Okay, so you can do the same. And you can call us here tonight and tell us about the issue of drug. The new year has just commenced. the issue of drug, the issue of Yarmein business, and all those different evil things. What do you think? How is your community? How do you think we all can support the security apparatus, the joint security? Because they are not everywhere. But we host some of these people in our homes. We give them some names. Tupashaku, Negodor, Negoblo. This one, we give them all sorts of names. Let's take this caller. Good evening, caller.
Yes, good evening, Bow. It's nice, hearing you tonight again.
Great. Your name and where have you joined us from, please?
My name is Rufus Yarmein. I'm joining you from Tappita. I'm listening to your program by Radio Larwheyii.
Great, Mr. Yarmein, Mr. Rufus Yarmein. Oh, that's the elder. How are you?
Yes, I'm okay. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We wish you many wonderful and beauty in a return. But
thank you.
how is the community? How do you look at 2025 in terms of the issue of drug and those different activities that are not pleasant, that will just scare people away from our communities? What do you think as an elder?
2025, we're just hoping that it's going to be better. But I'm afraid it's just our own expectation that 2025 will be better. It's our aspiration. They're going to be better. But I don't think in terms of the drugs menace in this country now, we're going to see any better situation. We're going to see crime. We're going to see a lot of other things that will not help our society, that will not help the growth of the society, that will not make investors to come to invest, in our economy, all sprinkling up here and making our country a demon, country now.
So let us yes. Maybe before you just go further, coming up during your days, how was the issue of drug handled? Was there the proliferation of drug like what we have now? And if no, how did you all manage to handle that?
During our days, when we were young people coming up in our community, I grew up in Tappita, in fact, I here from Diala. And Diala is one of the communities, around Tappita. Tappita as a whole, the whole region, we did not hear anything about drugs, in our days. Those days, something like opium, the one we call opium today,
yeah,
they used to call a
grass.
Grass. No, they used to call it opium. Okay. We call it grass today and something. And then I remember once in my hometown, I was caught and was taken to the chief compound. Everybody came to say, "Oh, this man! He was there, smoking opium, and something like that." And everybody came around to see him and something, and they took him to the place there, lay him down, tie his legs, tie his hands, and all this kind of thing. Some form of punishment, was meted to him to give the community people the thinking that what he was doing was not a good thing. And if you saw somebody in the community or even in a bigger town like Tappita those days who would go around, to take in drugs and something, by the time somebody say, that man can smoke opium, you should not go around you, that man, is on it. And then he always hide himself from the police. But today, disappointingly,
wow,
the people who are supposed to fight the crime, who are supposed to make sure that these things are not, done, by the society, by people in community, people in society and something, they all part of it. It becomes an organized, situation. You understand? Wow. And then we see that on a national level, crime rate is increasing.
Absolutely.
Where you were just mentioning capital beauty. That's supposed to be, the sort of identity of our integrity, of our, being a republic, of being Democrats. People going to in the Western Hemisphere. I think you like where in the field of journalism, you know, I mean,
Absolutely.
what it is those there right now,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. So what? So just yes, yeah, go on.
Before I think the early Salif government, just surfaced out of the war, and Omil was here. Other institutions, were here to give us psychosocial counseling to us, to our young people, and all this kind of thing. But after that, the exit of the government, the succeeding government, that was the George Weah government. Every drugs, I must be very poor. Every drugs that was seized, by security personnel in this country, his office or his staffers were connected to it. Were connected to it. Lafina Bondo, one time was mentioned. She was linked to a seizure around IA.
Yeah. So now,
and the minutes continues.
Yeah. So we are running. We are running against time.
But we to fight drugs in a country when drugs have taken hold of the young people, to eliminate it, to fight it. It becomes a serious challenge.
Thank you so much.
A real serious challenge.
Thank you so much, Mr. Yarmein. Thank you so much.
I always appreciate your program. I appreciate the platform. We look up to more discussion another time. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Yarmein. That's Mr. Rufus Yarmein from Tappita, taking us home here tonight. And that's what sometimes we do, because it is important that we will not come up here and just talk politics. But there are real issues affecting our community. Okay, everything will boil down to the government not providing jobs, but you are the cause. You are the cause. If somebody come and give you $1,000 US and say, look, go and burn allegedly the Capitol building, or go and burn this other public office, and because he say if there's hardship and you go and burn that building, dear brother or sister, to you got the 1,000. You are the smartest person right now, but you're going to put yourself into a long-term trouble, because other investors, others who come to help, will not come here. Want to say thank you to all of you who participated on the first edition of this 2025 edition of the Truth of the Matter here on the One Nimba House Media Incorporated, Nimba D9 TV. Want to say thank you for listening to us via Radio Larwheyii there in Tappita. Thanks to Mr. Biawon, who managed to sit at control. Thanks to the manager, Fred Yigbe, and his family. Beatrice, thanks for giving birth to our son, who was also born on Christmas Day. It's been a wonderful time. Rufus Bob Dollier, the board of director at Radio Voice of Yarwin, Mr. Moses Normie, and all of your team, the co-chair, John Pazin, and the secretary, Ma Roslyn Biakona, before I get in trouble. Biakona, Tutu Bia, and Rufus Bob Dollier, who sat at control, and all of our friends and family, who I can name all of you here tonight. Thanks for playing the listening role. Thanks to you all who took your data and watched us for 1 full hour tonight. I want to say thank you. Thanks to the people at Yarmein in Yekepa. Thanks to Radio Saclepea manager, Mr. Robert Matali, according the elder. He's a very humble man, and all of the board and members, and incredible Uriah Goa, the man staying in your birthday month or season. It was December, now we're in January, man, just 1 month old. But thanks to all of you. Next week, we're going to bring a guest here, and we'll be discussing very important topic. To all of our friends who are challenged with epilepsy, the sickness they call spare, do not be discouraged and deterred. Don't allow anybody to bring you down and say you crazy. No, it's just a brain situation. And when you take your medication on time, with care and good diet and resting, you're going to be okay. All of our campaigners at Help Minimize Epilepsy Campaign will say thumbs up to you. Thanks to you all. My man J. Prince Dan in Binkland, want to say thank you. Continue the school, and all of our friends and family continue to embrace one another. Let's be our brother's keeper. We'll take you home with this very important message here tonight.
Get ready, people of Nimba County. It is time to honor our father, our hero, the late Senator Prince Yarwin Johnson. The United Nimba Citizens Council, UNICO, invites you to join us on an unforgettable event as we celebrate the life and legacy of Nimba's Zodwamo. This virtual event will bring together prominent Nimba personalities from around the world, including the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Yarmein, and the Burial Committee, headed by Ambassador Judy Andy, UNICO President Samuel G. And we can't forget the great sons and daughters of the county who will also be in attendance. Mark your calendars for Friday, January 10, 2025, from 5 p.m. Eastern Time to midnight. Join us on Zoom Live as we remember and honor our beloved senator. Remember, the occasion will be live streamed from various venues, including the home of the fallen senator in Painesville, selected locations in the US, Australia, Canada, Senegal, and other parts of the world. There will be live performances from the Yarwin, Samson and Dixon, Morris King, and a host of other musicians from Nimba and Liberia. Let's come together and celebrate the remarkable life of Senator Prince Yarwin Johnson. UNICO, bringing Nimba community together, even in these unprecedented times. We stand. See you there.
The directors of education that you listen to here, they are men and women that we are celebrating because there is something between their ears. And when there is something between your ears, you don't have to tell us. You open your mouth and we know that there is something useful between your ears. Today, therefore, we come here not to make many lengthy speeches. We come here to remind ourselves and to remind the young men and women that there is a future, that the world is looking for new young men. And what are the new young men that the world is looking for? The world is looking for new young men who are disciplined. Because discipline is at the heart of who you are. No matter how educated you are, no matter how rich you are, if you do not have the gift of discipline, then you are a danger to society. Today, I am asking you, young men and women.
In the name of Jesus, I decree and declare this week, by the power that raised Christ from the dead, everything that has not been working, everything that represents a disappointment, I stand upon this grace and I decree and declare, may it begin to work in your life. Where you need to live and go to, may nothing stop you.